Hey, how's it going? I haven't done an update video like this in a while. At least not one where I'm talking to the camera directly to you guys. I'm usually playing a game, but anyway, and sorry for the video quality. I'm using the front-facing camera on my phone, so does not adjust to light very well, but we'll make do with what we got. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys directly because there are a lot of changes happening to this channel in Saturnology and the Patreon, everything in general. I'm making some big changes. First off, Saturnology is on a bit of a break, I guess, at least for this month, the month of May 2017. Yeah, I just finished up Racing Month about 2 weeks ago, and I really burnt out on it. The last 2 weeks of Racing Month didn't go exactly as I planned. I had 2 other video ideas in the can for the most part for that last 2 weeks of Racing Month. They were going to be Scorcher for the Sega Saturn and Fast RMX for the Nintendo Switch. And Scorcher, for whatever reason, doesn't want to work anymore. I've tried multiple times to get that game to run, and it just did not want to function, which I was really bummed out about because I think that's actually a really cool racing game, and I really wanted to talk about it. But did not end up happening that way, so instead I had to improvise and go with High Octane, which ended up being the third week game. I go over a bit more of this, and I made a Patreon post that I'll link to in the description below. But it was one of those games where, like, I thought it was really bad, and after playing it, I just didn't want anything to do with it anymore. But I had to kind of slog through and make that video, and I just really didn't want to make that video. It was a real bummer making that, and I just, that was probably one of the more difficult videos I had to make. I mean, I'm glad it came out as well as it did, but man, that video was just not fun. It was not fun to make at all. And then the fourth video, which was going to be Fast RMX, the last week of April, I got hit with a real bad cold that came out of nowhere for the most part. What I wanted to do for that video to make it a bit more special, I was not able to do that in the condition I was in. So instead I settled, well, you can't see it off camera, I settled on a video about the Mad Catz analog steering wheel for the Sega Saturn, which I picked up a couple months ago, back in, I guess back in December I picked that up. I've been wanting to talk about that wheel for a while because it's kind of an interesting thing on the Saturn. It's not a very common wheel. I ended up doing more on-camera shots, which I don't end up doing very often in my videos, but it was a lot of fun to do. And also, glad how that one came out. But yeah, after Racing Month, I was just exhausted. I'm still kind of sort of getting over this cold. You could definitely hear it in the racing wheel video that I did, how low my voice is. I was just so out of it. I just kind of want to take a break. I want to make stuff, but not kind of Saturnology related. I need to make something else before I go insane, so Saturnology on a brief break for the month of May. Patreon page. Currently, I have it set to every month. If you are a backer on Patreon, it's like a monthly payment schedule. I'm going to be changing that to a per video payment schedule. The main reason for that is, well, for one, since I'm taking a month off, I feel real shitty about having you guys pay for a month and I not make anything. I've been using the monthly thing ever since I started Patreon. I think back in 2014 is when I started the Patreon page, and I try to keep to a set schedule of a new video every month. And sometimes it doesn't happen that way, and I feel like real bad about it. I've been tinkering around with this idea of a per video schedule, and I wanted to start it after Racing Month. Like, I didn't want to start it before Racing Month, and then like, oh, you're paying me 4 times this month, sweet. And I'm like, nah, that's kind of shitty. As of now, the Patreon page is going to be on a per video payment schedule. Also, I'm adding a new perk to the Patreon page. If you go on there right now, there's like 2 payment tiers. There's the $1 tier, which gets you everything that I have offered up there right now, which is get to see videos early and some extra blog posts that I've been doing, but I've been kind of putting those by the wayside because I've been tinkering around with this new idea. I have a $5 tier that right now is just there for you to offer me more money, but now starting this month, or starting with the very next episode of Saturnology, when you pay the $5 tier on the Patreon page, you will get a special behind-the-scenes video of how I made that particular episode in question going forward. So if you pay $5, you get 2 videos, and the behind the scenes video does not count toward the per video thing. You just get it when you're a $5 person. Sometimes I have friends come over, help me record, stuff like that. Like for that high octane video, I had some people help me record multiplayer, and also people were just there commenting on that game while I was in the middle of playing it, and that was a fun time. But yeah, I want to give you guys more insight on that kind of stuff. Next up, this one's kind of dumb. Ever since high school, I've gone by the name ActBlazer online, and saying it out loud kind of sounds pretty dumb. The whole name started with me combining two of my favorite games at the time, which are ActRaiser and, oddly enough, Blazing Lasers on the TurboGrafx 16. Not Soul Blazer like everyone else thinks. Going by that all the way since high school, never really expected it to stick around as long as it did, because I kind of knew in the future maybe it would sound kind of dumb, and if it stuck around and it'd be too late to change it, I'd be kind of stuck with a stupid name. So what I'm pretty much going to do is I'm just going to drop the ActBlazer name, more or less. I've decided to go with the Davetona name that I made about I guess over a year ago now. I already got like a bunch of logos and stuff that Saturn Memories made a cool animation for it. So yeah, going forward on social media and on just other stuff in general, I'm dropping ActBlazer, going with Davetona. And I've already kind of made that switch on the Twitch page, on my personal Twitch page, which I'll link in the description below. I pretty much changed all the banners, changed my username on there and everything. Kind of using Davetona as an all-encompassing name for everything that I'm doing going forward. You may also notice that I use the Davetona name for a show that I do on this channel all about racing games. Pretty much what's going to happen with that is I'm going to kind of, I guess, sunset that show for the time being. I'm kind of using the Davetona name to represent everything I do, but I would still use it in the future for if I want to talk about pretty much anything, not just racing games, but any game I want to talk about ever. And I've already kind of gotten that Davetona YouTube channel that I've had for over a year and never really done anything with. I'll be using that for this idea that I have. Lastly, I'm moving out of here. This tiny one-bedroom apartment that I've been in, me and Rhea have been in for the last 2 years, we're finally getting the fuck out of here. Just to give you an idea of how tiny the space is. So this is my PC, and this is my Patreon page, so you can take a look at it. This is my recording space. There's the TV with all my consoles. Over there's the bedroom. Over here's the couch. I've moved out, cleared out a lot of space. Friends over. I hadn't played VR in a while. But yeah, we are moving out of this tiny ass space and getting a bigger apartment. We're going to get a 2-bedroom apartment, and the second bedroom will be used by me as an office. I'll have a dedicated office to do video stuff, to do streams, to more or less be a lot more productive, which I want to be more productive doing this video stuff, and having a dedicated space will be kind of perfect for that, because right now we share the living room whenever I want to make videos or want to stream or something like that, and Ray will be on the couch watching TV, or I want to be recording something, and she'll have the TV or the PS4 just playing stuff. So yeah, it's a bit inconvenient for both of us, so having a dedicated space for me to do all that stuff will be a lot better for both of us, so I can get more stuff done, and so I won't have to interrupt her, or her interrupt me while I'm recording something. So yeah, that'll be great. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything I wanted to talk about. So, Saturnology on a break for the month of May. Patreon getting an upgrade. Switching to the Davetona username, getting rid of ActBlazer, and Davetona show kind of going away a little bit, but not really, but just kind of. And moving to a bigger apartment. Make sure that covers everything. Yeah, that covers everything. This has been a crazy ride. I've been doing Saturnology as of July, this coming July. I'll be doing Saturnology for 5 years. And that's kind of crazy. As of making this current video, I just had this jotted down. I'm 70 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers. That's fucking crazy. I feel it's very humbling to have that many people just follow what I do because they enjoy it. And I enjoy doing it, even though I'm taking a month off, but that's beside the point. All you guys who are fans of the show, thank you so much for everything that you've done. All the people who are backing me on Patreon, all the people who have subscribed, all the people who watch all the live streams. It really means the world to me that you guys kind of stick around and watch my dumb show about old Sega games. And speaking of live streams, every Monday on here, I do a live show called Saturnology Live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I'm recording this and it's going up on a Monday, so be sure to come back here Monday night, 9 p.m. So yeah, that's it for this shit show video. Gonna be doing a lot of jump cuts. I don't like doing that, but whatever. Man, I'm looking at the timer right now. This video is like 15 minutes long. It's not gonna be that long when I cut everything out. This has gone on way longer than it should have. But yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more stuff, more streams, more video stuff. I got big plans for July. I'll see you then.